everybody. So, yeah, I'm Tyro the Fox. If you've been watching me for a while, I'm sure you know. I'm sure I can hear what you're going to say. Tyro, have you found yet another game about a cute mouse running around in a big world doing things? And have you been sold on another thing about a rodent running around another? And yeah, I have. I don't know why. The concept, I don't know why, like mice and a cute mouse just seems to be really exciting. It seems to be an easy sell for me. I don't know why. But a cute mouse doing things and stuff, and also, like, I really like playing inventor characters, and I really like playing like alchemists and inventor characters and things in TTRPGs and things. So something like this kind of appealed, and I was kind of curious about it. So, and it's not that expensive. I think I got this for about 12 quid. I think it was on sale, which is why I got it. So let's quickly have a look at this. I might as well shove it on the highest it will go. Might as well. Let's make sure this game gives its best possible. Shove it on everything that looks like it would be high. I don't actually know. TSR or is TAA? I know these are anti-aliasing. I don't actually remember what each algorithm does. Resolution scale, cinematic. Yeah, that looks good. Sure. VSync, because reasons. Yeah, do it. Go nuts. That is looking really nice. So I also downloaded the demo. The demo was kind of promising. There were some neat ideas in it, and I liked aspects of it. But I also realized that the graphics here look gorgeous, which is great. I turned up the demo and it didn't look quite as nice as this. And I played it for a little bit. I wanted to see what it was like, and it was okay. So I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of interested. I'm giving this a go. I'm giving it a spotlight. Oh, it actually remembers my save slot. 0 time in the tab. That doesn't sound right. Can I get rid of this? Or settings. General. Yes. Hello. Postpress. Yeah. Can I? Difficulty, alchemy, whatever. But can I get rid of the... Oh, do you know what? Never mind. I'll just play in a new slot and we'll use that. Alchemy exam or story mode. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, okay. Now, the things which this is clearly inspired by seems to be two big things. So first off, it's clearly inspired by... Well, it's extremely furry. That's not a bad thing. That's a big plus in my book. For obvious reasons. But the other thing which is kind of curious about this is that it's also clearly drawing off of Gunfire Reborn, which I think anyone else watching this, I think they may also see Gunfire Reborn in this quite a lot. But the other thing which I think it's clearly wanting to jump off of, I think might also be Hades. But Hades, I might be thinking of Hades too, because I played a lot of it recently, and well, everything wants to eat at the pot. You know, everyone wants to get the scraps from Hades too, so that probably makes sense. Anyway, but yeah, Gunfire Reborn in a huge way, because Gunfire Reborn is all about shooting, fighting bits and pieces, but Gunfire Reborn is a bit more Borderlands in that your gun matters for the roguelike, and your gun's abilities and what you choose and what you pick up. That's the bit which is the roguelike and the randomized element. This, on the other hand, wants to go in a different route, and I think you'll see as we play. Anyway, welcome to the land of Alchion, a land full of wonders where the discovery of alchemy has driven society for the last century. And as you can see, the developers, whoever they are, I think it was. Oh, I should have looked at the Steam page. We'll do that later. Anyway, the developers themselves, like, this is quite a lovely, pleasant display of whatever engine this happens to be. Very bright, very colourful. Really like it. Excellent. Potions are used everywhere, from simple water potions for botany to mechanical constructs powered with fire potions. With a wilderness of beasts, potions are the main way of protecting our towns from danger. However, the craft of brewing and using potions is a complex one. Not everyone is capable of potion brewing, so immediately they've got a little universe, they've got a weird little way of how this game is supposed to be put together, and they're immediately setting up that world. Showing up how this works, showing off what it does, how it functions, how everything gets put together, and they're just really nailing that sort of like the world building sort of things to sort of show like, okay, there is a greater world, but it's a roguelike, so we're probably not gonna see all of it. Maybe. That's where the Alchemy Academy comes in. That's the AAA, the AAA. Not to be confused with the other AAA you may have heard of. Like if someone turns up with car parts and a dead battery, or is wondering why no one else is talking about their experiences with alcohol, then I'm sure they might be a little bit confused, especially looking at all the bottles around them. Yep, okay, easy joke out of the way, excellent. The most prestigious academy in the land, with a great focus on forming a new grand alchemists. Ah, grand alchemists. The heroes of Alchion, travelling far and wide across the land to defend and help the people. Students come from all over Alchion to enrol in such an academy. But to enrol, students must either pay a large entry fee or pass a demanding entrance exam. But you have been granted a special third entry method. We open our letter. Dear student, it has come to my attention that you have attempted and failed the grueling academy entrance exam over 50 times. This is, as I hear, a new all-time record. I congratulate you on this feat. The fact that someone could be so persistent and determined to become an alchemy student has truly and utterly moved me. I hereby wish to sponsor your entry fee to the upcoming school year at the Alchemy Academy. The payment has already gone through at the time of writing this correspondence, so you cannot refuse. Passionate people with an unyielding drive is what this world needs. It is my pleasure to help you out on your journey. P.S. Don't mess this up. Best of luck, your mystery sponsor. It is very cute, and it is very fun that you are playing as a character who is who is apparently quite rubbish at all this sort of thing, but they are determined, which is exactly how you should probably characterize your roguelike character. It's genuinely really cute. So so we're already getting quite a bit of charm out of the game already, I think. Like there's a lovely story, there's a lovely bits and pieces. It's all fluff and set up, but it's not necessary, but it is lovely to be there. And then we get this little cutscene of establishing this character. Get out of my way. And then we got our cute little character, I think is a Jerboa? I think it's a Jerboa. I think. Mostly because the character's tail isn't quite as mouse-like as I would think, and they might be like they're still rodent, but right. Okay. That was strange. Why did it do that? Anyway, yeah, so here's our character. Very simple, very simple. As you can see, there's a little bit of a bud to the end of the tail, which is why I think they're oh, I forgot. They've got little animation. They've got little bits and pieces, and they'll actually wave at the camera if you just stand there, which is utterly adorable. But there's a lot of polish and such which has gone into this, especially after playing. Yeah, there's a number of different changes, which is lovely. Because I have played, I played the demo and it was kind of neat, but I was also really curious to see what the final version looked like. Right, okay, so, right, we've got a dash, we have a basic attack, which just does reasonable if pitiable damage. If this was a first-person shooter, this would be our turret. Very good, very good. I do adore their little hat. The character is honestly really adorable. It is absolutely lovely. The character side is very lovely. The graphics are extremely plush. They've clearly tried. Like, it's a small indie company. There's not even voice acting. So like, this is not going to be. I'm not like. This is I am honestly surprisingly whelmed. Right, okay, this menu I will come back to because we have no ingredients yet. So, we pick up a loot chest. Right, and now the game is going to talk about the main mechanic and the main reason how this game works. So, we've got ingredients and we've got potions. You just found an ingredient. Ingredients come in two different forms. Elemental and metal ingredients. Combine ingredients together to brew potions. Potions are powerful temporary upgrades to your character that change the way you play. Excuse me, I need to make sure that my Discord does not annoy me. Right, hang on. Right, yes, let me turn on stream mode. There we go, because I forgot. Otherwise, I'm going to get little pings in the background near constantly. There we go. Right, where was I? So, yes, so we got potions. They can be thrown, drunk, or loaded into your potion gun, giving you elemental abilities. Right, so this is the first major element of how the game works. We've got a little thing which is showing you how this works. Now, I think there are better ways of doing this. Oh, hey. Sorry, I didn't see on the... right, yes, sorry, I should have that up. I didn't see on... yeah, sorry. My housemate is delivering some food, and I didn't realise they were online and doing stuff. Right, so tutorials like this are kind of interesting, and something like this I do feel like it would be a little bit better because it's quite a kinetic system which we're about to mess with, and that it might be better to actually show you little animations of how this is doing, or even animating this screen so that you can see in motion what's going on. But this is otherwise fine. This gets the job done for what we're about to do. So I've already messed around with this in the demo, so let's have a quick look. Changes your melee attack and dash for a short time. Yep. Drink, throw. We can also, so we can drink potions, we can throw potions. Yep. Powerful effect. Yep. Cool. Okay. So what's it talking about? First and foremost, we can brew potions. This is the main gimmick and what makes us a alchemist student. So first off, we've got, if I hit tab here, we've got a number of items which are centered at the bottom of the screen, and we've got a number of ingredients, and we can make some potions. We need metal and a element in order to create a potion. And I would assume we would gain new potions and new things which we can create as we go. At the moment, we only have access to fire and air potions, which do different things, and you even have a rough idea of what different stats actually talk about as we go. So, air potion doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but seems to affect our speed, while a fire potion does lots of damage. And at this point, I'm just going to create a couple of these. As you can see, I just need to hold down the button and I just keep making them for as many, and it spends the resources. So it's a really good thing. The other lovely thing about this is that this menu pauses the game. So I can do this mid-combat as well, which is great. So, first off, we can drink potions and we can throw potions. Drinking, of course, would be a buff and messes around with our dash, which we can do mid-air. Well, that's a little bit of spoilers. This looks very cool. We'll come back to her in a bit. And we can also throw potions, which is a grenade. Obviously, this is different depending on which weapon or which potion we've got equipped. So there we go. And now we can just mop them up. I believe potions do damage to us. Oh, corks. Yes. Like with any roguelike, there are temporary and permanent or meta currencies. So there are currencies which only matter during a run, and there are a little bit like Hades, for example. Gold only matters during a run. You cannot keep gold between runs. But all the resources which you get from defeating bosses, like Titan Blood or Ashes or Bones or Darkness or all that sort of thing across the two games, those stick with you between runs. Corks are the temporary currency. You'll get tons of them and they disappear in between runs. That's all they're talking about. I don't know why it's corks. I think it's just to be super cute. So here we go. We're running around. We've blown everything up. We've sorted that, but we've only got so many resources left. Right, okay, let's try an air potion. Dum-da-dum-dum-dum. Right, let's loot a chest. Now, there is another thing which I haven't tried yet. Let's try drinking this one in the next encounter and see how it affects me. So, I've drunk it. Now, what happens now is that I also have a melee attack, because sometimes you're just going to be caught out. Now, I don't know what it's oh, I see. Okay, so... Right, that just hit. The melee is on a cooldown, but it's affected by the potion I've just drunk, and assumingly it's also affected my run speed. Now, it's not doing quite as much damage as the fire attack, but it is also ranged, which is actually kind of nice. My normal damage, my normal attack seems to be a very short range homing attack that just slams forwards and then hits for whatever. So if I practice on this barrel, it just knocks into that, and it is worth destroying the random environment stuff because there might be ingredients hiding in there, and we need every ingredient possible. So here we go. We've got a loot chest. Right, we've got a medallion. Medallions are one of the meta currencies. They are one of the currencies which will stick with you between runs. They will be from Marcel's shop. We will meet Marcel later. Right, roguelike. Now we get to make choices. So we've either got a chest room, which will have stuff in it, or... Yes, hello. Or we will go into an ingredient room. Well, the name of the game is Potions, so... Okay, not literally, but... Oh. Okay, there we go. Slight engine wobbliness there. Yeah, let's throw some fire potions around, and this will give me some ingredients. Okay, so we've got the cauldron here. You can use the cauldron to bring ingredients to the alchemy grounds. You can gift your fellow students to deepen your friendships and unlock new items. Just be aware that every student has different likes and dislikes. Yep, they've gotten the animal, not the Animal Crossing, the Harvest Moon-like thing from Hades with different characters which you can talk to. A lot of them have got like utilities attached to them, and assuming you can talk to them in order to progress storylines and get to know them better and do stuff. Cool. I don't want to lose any of my stuff right now because this is my first run. I just want to try and see if I can get through. Interact with the vending machine. Ah, I see. And it'll give me some random ingredients? Cool. Okay. We're starting to get some stuff up and running. We've got some potions. Good. I'm not the happiest with how I toggle between different okay, I can use the scroll wheel. That's acceptable. Right. Okay. Let's try drinking a fire potion and see what it does. Okay, just about able to hit flying enemies with the melee there. Gotta make sure, because ingredients are important. That was something which I found really unusual in the demo. Trying to get hold of enough resources so that your potions didn't immediately run out in the demo was nasty. Okay. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Good. Yeah, lovely. What happens if I throw you? Oh, no, I pushed the button to... That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Oh, ah! Okay, that punch has a bit of a kick to it. Interesting. I was trying to hit it with the thing, because I was trying to see if it had, like, different properties and things, but whatever. Okay, can I smash you? No, okay. Can I smash any of this? Pew, pew, pew. Thankfully, the basic shot has just unlimited ammo. Gee, do I have that ability on? Nope. Okay. There's an ability in the demo which I might unlock should I fail this run, and I'll tell you about it. But for now, this is all right. Okay. It's fine, is it? What is fine? I mean, me falling into the I was about to say river. It looks more like Pepto-Bismol, which it could be. All right. Need to get rid of. Oh gosh. Okay. You know what? I might actually drink this time. Oh, I'm on 7 HP. I need to be using my dash quite liberally, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get through this. Okay, okay, doing well. Don't want to be using my potions necessarily right now, because that's not going to help me. Oh, no! Okay, that's me down. Oh, it gave me a D-. Oh, dear. Mechanology exam. Beginner class. Ah, well. Right. Okay, cool. So this is, yeah, it gives us a stats screen. It kicks us back out. We've tried the first exam immediately because our character is considered a bit of an idiot. They seem to be determined, but brains is not something which they're particularly known for. The game is having a little think. There we go. It's thinking. It's loading. Welcome to the Alchemy Academy. That is surprisingly awkward to say. Alchemy Academy. I want to say Alchemy Academy because that feels more natural to me. But it's the Alchemy Academy, which is much better than the, I don't know, the Alchemy Ambulance Academy down the road, or the Alchemy Owlry Academy just up the street. Like, there's so many of these things next to each other. That is a delivery for me. I will have to have my lovely glamorous assistant grab that for me. You may hear things in the background. That is because trying to get dinner today has been a disaster. So that's assuming something arriving. Where are we? Something flourish. Yeah. Again, I'm getting a very World of Warcraft-y kind of thing out of this. The Academy grounds is where your classmates gather after class. Making friends is a key part of the student life. Yes, can confirm. Every day, once you are ready for your next exam, except walk towards the tower's entrance. Oh, there's a lovely detail which this game does. Yeah, there we go. Every time that's not your normal jump. It's just every time you jump off of that, you do a flip. Why? Because it's awesome. That's why, and you can. What arrived?
The dinner.
Dinner. Which one?
I didn't order the other one.
So is that a chicken? That's chicken.
This is, yeah.
Right, okay. Goodness gracious. I mean, I've eaten on stream before, so it's not the worst, but... thank you. It's still annoying.
Should be arriving shortly. It was a close race.
Wonderful. I'm sorry, this has taken about, what, an hour and a half to arrive?
From time of ordering, almost 3 hours.
What the hell is up with the local place? It makes no sense.
I don't know, but it is very much soured my opinion of it.
Oh, agreed. Yes, right, okay. Now to decide what this character's name, voice is supposed to be. Actually, you're here, so... I'm kind of getting like a precocious sort of kid, I guess. It's like, oh, hey! No, that's... Oh, hey! Are you the final student in our class, right? People are talking about you. You're the millionth entrance exam attempts guy, right? Oh yeah, by the way, we're playing as a main character who is perfect for roguelikes. He's failed the same entrance exam 50 times. That became so inspirational to people at this academy, they've accepted him.
They should have let him keep going until he actually succeeded.
That's what they're doing, except here, where he can do so and hopefully learn and get better.
Yeah, enough.
Also, if they didn't do that, then we're game.
I guess you've just answered the question of make that the game. It is.
Yeah, that's true. The idea of you trying to get through an entrance exam and failing and succeeding over and over might be kind of fun. Well, nice to meet you. I'm Newt, and I cannot wait for mechanology class to start. One day, I will be the best tinkerer of all of Alchium. I will be as successful as Miss Aclea herself. You arrived at the same time as Cinna. She's super not friendly, dude. So watch out for her. And if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to ask me. I've been here since yesterday, so I'm pretty much an expert. Yeah, I like you, Newt. You're cute. You're kind of fun. Oh. Statue of Grand Alchemist Goldmane, the first alchemist to brew a 1 kiloliter potion. The beast never saw that coming. Yeah, I bet. Are you going to be the final boss? Feels like the sort of game where you would be the final boss. I do like the character design. So this guy, Newt, seems really cute, rather fun. I like the characters. The models are interacting really well. Like they're clearly quite energetic and nice and sort of quite approachable. They've also... Oh, can I get through here? No. Yeah, they've just walled off stuff I'm not supposed to interact with yet. That makes sense. Yeah, so so clearly they're supposed to be like the best friend, or that one person who's really happy to be here and just talking to everyone. Yeah, it's a good introduction to the character. Like, writing so far is kind of cute. It's not bad. Huh. You got wrecked in the tower, huh? As expected. What's your problem? My problem? Other than having to share class with complete novices like you mean? My name is Sinner. Don't you dare forget it. I come from one of Alkeon's most important families. Unlike you, I have Grand Alchemist blood within me. I am destined to be the #1 student at this academy. If I ever see you inside the tower, maybe I shall take the opportunity to practice some new dangerous potions. So you better stay out of my way, Pipsqueak. Cool. This already feels very Pokemon. We've got the bright, happy, incorrigible best friend who also has a marketable plush, according to the front screen. I might have a look at that in a bit. That sounds adorable. And then we have the rival. The stuck-up, the stuck-up head, very much like holier-than-thou rival who will be fun to take down and defeat at some point, I'm sure, in an illegal dueling match. That was a poor time to take. Of course, the cat is the antagonist. Naturally, because us foxes are clearly naturally like excitable and lovely and very sweet. We're generally friendly, curious creatures. Cats, on the other hand, can't trust them. Except yours. Your cat in particular is perfect, naturally. Oh gosh. Okay. I suppose. Yes. No. This character absolutely should sound like this, shouldn't it? I'm definitely not known to eat mice. No. The foxes, that is. They might talk to it first. Might see how their day is going and then decide from there. But no, I don't know. I mean, foxes are probably too busy trying to get into your bins anyway. Right. Another home delivery. Hang on a second. Goodness sake. Oh, goodness gracious. Right, nah. Right, I assume that's mine. Or is it?
Yes.
Okay.
They didn't have mint.
Oh, for goodness sake. They had anything?
They had strawberry, chocolate, banana, pistachio. There's no fucking mint or biscuit.
Fair enough. Ice cream will be consumed on this day. That is good enough for me. Right. Oh. Oh, damn it. Oh ho ho ho. My name is Marcel. Blah 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 blah. So, a piece of chicken right in front of me on my desk fell off and pushed the button and advanced the screen. So That's what that happened there. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, I have eaten another piece of that chicken to punish it, so that's okay. I see that you have gone inside the tower. Did you perchance encounter any medallions? Medallions are the most important currency there is. In my shop, you will be able to trade them with a plethora of commodities. If you want to get far in the tower, you will need to upgrade your gear. Let's start with that potion gun of yours. Good luck with your next tower climb. If you need anything, come by my shop. Right, okay, first major mechanic, we're getting potion loading. This allows me to load potions into my base gun. So that, yes, now I can modify the gun as well. This looks much better than it was before. Okay, cool. Nox Copper, I have no idea what any of this does yet for the most part. Cool. Okay, I assume I will forget. Right, we now can load potions into the gun. So, that means that we can now modify the gun's stat. So in the same way that we can modify... Actually, what is the name of this character? Have they told us? Brew. Jim? Brew. I guess we call them Brew? I don't remember what they said at the top of this. I don't think they've actually named this character. Is it Brew? I'm just going to go with Brew. Oh. It's asking me to load a potion into my gun, but I kind of can't because... Oh, hello. We can change potion recipes if we want to, but I haven't got anything to really modify, so at the moment that's completely worthless. Assumingly in future we can modify and alter our potions so that different ingredients will spawn and new things will become possible and alter how the gun works and what it does and what projectiles it fires and things. Haha, the old matador stab. There we go. Okay. Ingredients also don't follow us between bouts, but that means it's extremely important to just get a random drop of stuff in the first encounter. So, okay. What? Okay, hang on. Let me make... Okay, I can't make anything. What is it on about? Okay, inventory. Like, it just came up something saying, like, oh, I've got a +5 something or something. Yeah, cool, lovely, sure. So it's kind of cute that they've clearly lifted that mechanic from other games, but they've tried to put their own spin on it by making it so that there's likes and dislikes, which is very Harvest Moon. Which, admittedly, in something like this, does work. Like, Hades can... like, my love of the Hades games can attest to just how much the ability to talk to characters and uncover little stories about what they're doing and their place in the world can do so much for a roguelike, and to make it worthwhile to continuously bash your head against it until you gain some new benefit out of it. You learn new secrets, you learn new benefits. You learn you know, that Orpheus has a girl who he loves, but he isn't allowed to see. You hear about how everyone kind of thinks that Hypnos is a bit of a tit. You hear about how Dora doesn't really remember anything, but is mostly content with being a spooky, spooky ghost. Because she doesn't really know any better. Or the slight suggestion that Melanoe and Isaac, Icarus, seem to have a bit of a thing going for each other. Cool, okay. Yeah, let's go with a fire potion, an air potion, and just do the rest in fire. Why not? Oh no, okay, there we go. Right, now we can load potions into the gun. And this is where the game gets a little bit more interesting, because now, not only do we have temporary... Okay, we've got another cheese, 4% extra attack. Okay, game. Right, book, enter library, or enter library. Let's enter that library. Why not? Hello, Sigmund. Who goes there? Oh. You're not one of those creatures. I've heard we're safe in this room, but one must always double check their sources. Anyway, I'm Sigmund. It's great to meet your acquaintance. Nice to meet you. This is the library room. Fascinating, isn't it? I had read about this academy's library here. One can find tomes that give powerful upgrades to your potions. Go on, give it a try. I suppose it's about time for me to go back outside. Enough adventuring for a day. Right. I've only got 2 potions. So we've got fire or we've got air. Let's mess around with the fire potions, because messing around with this is pretty good. Okay, your bullets explode on contact. Right, okay, so now because we've unlocked everything... hello, Rack Dog. Oh, good to see you. Right, so we've got the drink. So whenever you dash, you leave a fire trail. I don't know what the fire dash does, but okay. We can increase the explosion radius on the fire bomb, or we can, or your bullets explode on impact. I haven't actually tried loading fire into the gun, so that should be in it. During your exam, you might find books that upgrade your potion recipes. These books are lost upon returning to the academy grounds. Make sure to test them all to find upgrades that match your playstyle. Right, so not only do we have potions which we can create and mess around with, we've also got modifications and little skills which we can buy and earn in order to do new things. Right, let's modify this gun and see what it does. Let's also eat the rest of this chicken wing, because otherwise it will go cold and be miserable. I have so much. I do apologise. I was not expecting it to take so long. We just sort of... The plan was to cancel this order and then have it turn back up, and then like order something else later. Oh, okay, cool. So those explode. Right. Fire, when loaded into the gun, creates a shotgun. It's also seems to be the more damaging of the two, and but it's also 2-shot. So it's a double-barreled breech loading thing. Okay, small problem. I don't know how many of each potion I have. I just have enough. I just have enough potions. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Sorry, the inventory is there. Sure, let's grab one of those. Okay, so I do have the inventory, but it doesn't show it on screen anywhere, which is actually slightly annoying. I would actually like to be able to see what I'm doing. I mean, I can bring it up, that's fine, but it would be much nicer if I didn't have to do that. Right, I'm gonna have another bite of chicken, I'm sorry. Oh. Now, I'm hoping this is more ASMR than pleasant right now. Boom boom. Right, so fire is also really powerful because it also has a lingering effect, which is great. More of these statues. I think we'll find out more about her in a bit. Okay, more corks. Great. More stuff which we can use for resources and things later. Okay. Now what I haven't done yet, let's load this into here. And now we've got a long-range pop gun. So effectively a sniper. Charges up and let it go. Ow. Meaning I can take these guys out from a nice distance, which is actually kind of neat. It does mean that there's a, it means there's a decent utility to different potions, and it means that they are all modifying the gun in different ways, so that they are, but they also potentially can modify you. Arguably that, honestly, this chicken is, Lockogoth, this chicken is incredibly crunchy. I wouldn't say that's a good thing. Like, I've had far better. Oh. But I'm hungry, so I'm eating it. Like, it's mostly just, there's not much meat. There's very little meat. It's mostly just topping or crunchiness or whatever. Okay, enter shop or go to another upgrade. It's actually a good choice to make. Do I want to up my power? Not really, not when I could potentially get some more stuff in the shop and potentially also get some health, which right now I am definitely in need of. But what's this? Double badge. Gain a plating. Increase your maximum health by 10 whenever you melee apply poison. For 35? Sure. Badges. Right, so the other way in which you gain abilities to modify your abilities during your stats during runs is badges. And this, you do need some stinking badges. Ha. 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 Okay. During your exam, you might find badges. They're basically little things which just give you abilities as you go, and you get them. They are dismissed once you return to the hub. Easy. Okay. Right, so food items increase your stuff as you go. So apples increase your maximum HP. Cheese increases your maximum damage. Apologies. And now you can talk to Marcel. My wares are the best best out there. In and out the tower. Hoo-hoo! Oops. That wasn't intended. So interestingly, and during in the demo, it was actually Newt that did stuff. He had managed to scrounge a bunch of items, and you could just pick them up. But here it's Marcel, which actually makes a lot more sense. Newt being a student, it doesn't make as much sense that he's quite so mercantile. Well, Marcel just seems to be running a random shop here to sell you resources you need for... Okay, what happens if I... Is it worth using a potion on these guys? They're pretty nasty, but... I'm just getting through them with just the basic attack, right? It's not that big a deal. An aid to my maximum HP is nice. I just wish I had an aid to my current HP. Like how much HP I actually have left. I do happen to know from the demo that had rooms which contained... Oh, hello. Ow. Okay, I need to be careful with this guy. Right, let's try throwing a Oh, okay. I don't strictly know what that's done, actually. Ow. I'm going to throw another potion, just see what that does. Oh, I see! It creates a thing which allows you to jump around. Okay, that's actually kind of neat. And then you can attack from the air. Okay, so things do kind of synergize with each other, because now you can use this to get some air while it lingers like this, and you can use it to dodge around. Okay, I'm getting it. This is actually kind of neat. I like it. Woo! So it means I can, stay frosty while trying to fight this guy. I am out of potions and I am dangerously close to dying. Let's grab some of these. Yeah, sure, why not? I just want you dead, dude. I just want you dead. Ow. I'll have some consolatory chicken, I guess. Oh. Oh. Never mind. Okay, now this is something which I think is a cute touch. So, the narrative of this game is that you're supposed to be a student at school, so it absolutely makes sense that the loading screens and such are your character in class doing a thing, which I think is nice. I think it's a good way of showing the passage of time, and it's just a nice visual. It also shows off some of the teachers who, to my knowledge, are supposed to be some of the bosses of different areas later on. Hello, Sinner. What would you like to do? Did I ever tell you to talk to me? Go away! Fine. We have... let me try that again. Okay, you can play football. I'm not certain why, but you can do it. That's nice. Oh, here's Sigmund. Hello. Oh no. Hello there. Good to be back outside of the grueling tower. Woo! I couldn't help but notice back in the library you only looked through the fire and air tomes. Have you not been taught the other recipes? There's more? Whoo! There's plenty more. We have light. Oh gosh. We have lightning, earth, ice. Worry not. I'm always after helping my fellow students with their academic pursuits. This here scroll is the water recipe. With it, you can brew the great water potion. It's quite incredible that you wouldn't even set foot in the tower without this trusty potion. Marcel would normally have you pay medallions, but please, just take it. It's a gift. I love when hat and head merge to become more powerful than ever. Like Jojo. Yeah, a little bit. Like this... Our main character has got incredibly strong hat game, I think is the term. I wish you the best of luck with your next climb. Whoo! And again, it's great meeting you. Unlocked a new... Right, we now have water potions. I don't remember what they do. I think they're supposed to be defensive, because the others have been quite aggressive. Okay, we can look in their lockers for no discernible reason except plot, really. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm... Oh gosh, someone off screen is shouting at me. Hey, you! Over here! Hey! Oh, your character model makes you look so excitable and strange. Finally, someone that will listen. I need to tell this crazy stone to someone. Okay. So this morning I was idly talking to class when I spotted a mystery figure installing this mystic crystal ball here. I think it's a legendary asteroid relic made to stare into the cosmos and channel its energies into one alchemy. It's pretty cool. Come on, pal. Take a look inside it. And here's leveling. So no, this is literally just lifted from what? Bottled water. Rack Dog, being not a connoisseur of alchemy, is just saying that it's just bottled water. Obviously not. It is purified, incredible, like alchemy water that does special alchemy things, like get things wet and be pourable, possibly, maybe not drinkable because it hasn't got, it's not potable, but otherwise, you know, does things and stuff. Anyway, the level up system is literally just Skyrim. I'm not kidding. So we have a choice between 3 different major stats which we can level up. We've got Scholar, immense boons to your knowledge and combat skills as an alchemist. This star tree unlocks improvements to your speed, base gun, and potions. Fortitude, Constellation of Fortitude grants immense boons to your durability in combat. This star tree unlocks improvements to health, healing, resistance, and revival. And Tinkerer, immense boost to your resources inside the tower. This star tree unlocks improvements to starting equipment, badge choices, and shop prices. So essentially, your capabilities in the tower, largely your HP and capable of pushing forwards, and stuff, your meta currency stuff. I'm going to just do Fortitude because that's easy and probably quite important. So we can increase our max health. I can put 1 point, which I've unlocked here, because we've got XP up here or something. And yeah, you just go up in these tracks in order to unlock different things. Like I said, literally just Skyrim. It's just bottle water, as Rupert says. Yes, bottle water from the spring in it. Anyway, phew, you're still here. I was afraid it was a deadly trap or something. Thanks for testing it out. By the way, I haven't introduced myself. My name is Aster, and I'm the most fantastical and magical magician of all of Alkion. I'll be seeing you around, pal. Make sure to upgrade your alchemical senses every so often in the crystal ball. Cool. Okay, we can now buy new things at Marcel's shop. Oh. The eating of chippies has been had. Right. I don't remember if I've got more medallions. Do I have more medallions? I've got more medallions. Okay. Probably because I've attacked something. Right, so that allows me to reset skills. I can unlock... Oh, fountain rooms would actually be a good idea because... Well, that just helps. Beast pet. Unlocks a beast to take care of in the academy grounds. No idea. Dock upgrade. Fishing boat, medallion room. Gain access to the medallion room in the tower. Food room. Garden key. No idea. Reset skills. New ingredient. Don't know. Okay. Fountain room sounds like it's the most sensible because that'll just immediately help me out. Ingredients. Because... copper, I guess. I don't know what copper does, but... Oh, we also got a little thing directing us towards this area where we can talk to Newt. Seems like Newt is tinkering with some device on his workbench. Hey, new guy! Could you help me with something real quick? Yeah, sure. Thanks, dude. Have you heard of the Alkian Tinkering Contest? It's a mechanology tournament that happens once a year here in the Academy. It's hosted by Miss Akila herself. It's happening soon, and I really want to win, so I am practicing super hard for it. And so, here's my latest invention. Turret Pal! I've been trying to mimic the turret enemies that can be found in the tower. Just, more friendly. Hopefully Miss Akila thinks it's cool. Well, anyway, I need some help tightening some of the big bolts. Grab a wrench! And naturally, being a good friend, we go and help. You and Newt work together on the Turret Pal for a while. Hooray. Hey Tyro, which friend is most like me so far? I'd imagine they're not in the game so far, but probably Newt. I would say Newt. You has much big friend energy, I think. I think Space. Right. Uh-oh. Sorry, I'm hurting the narrative pacing by eating. Hey, watch out! And then it bloated up. No, not again! Hey! Did I just hear an explosion? Is everyone okay? Actually, yeah, we're both okay. Oh my god. What on Alkian happened here? Ooh, we have a moral choice. It was my fault. Dude! Really? Wow. That's, unfortunate. Stuff like that happens all the time in mechanology. Just be more careful next time, okay? Aklia leaves, but you can hear her laughing under her breath as she walks away. I think that's enough for today. Thanks for the help, dude. Aww. It's okay, dude. Oh. Mech Pals unlocked. Yeen spotted. Yes, indeed. That is the character which we've been seeing statues of as we've been trying to get through that part of the tower. Yeah, look, I'm going to spoil it. So, the idea of this game is that the teachers are also boss fights, So different teachers you're going to not only meet them outside of the tower where you're trying to do exams, but you're also going to be fighting them. That's the boss of the first part of the tower. Yes, assumingly, we've just unlocked a bunch of little happy robot guys to fight alongside us. Is that what's happened? Yeah, no, but yes, I really enjoy Eclair's. I really like her design. It's very punk. It's very fun. I think it's really cool. She's also seems nasty as all hell. Oh, I get it. We've only got so many potions we're allowed to bring, but we haven't unlocked enough potions to then bother with that screen. It pops up anyway, because that's how it's programmed to present all of them, but it's not going to become relevant until I have potions where it stops and goes, hang on, Chief, I need you to make an actual choice here. I think I could do with another pass just to make sure that that's not being presented, because that's not necessary information for me to know right now. Or at the very least, leave the screen on so I can dismiss it, so I understand what it's for. Because otherwise, I would probably see that, go, what the hell was that? And then be a little bit confused and wonder if the game is balking out a little. Like, little UI passes like this, so important. For like the overall flush and fit and finish of the game, right? Like this is already looking fantastic. It's really cute. It's really bright. This is lovely sort of art design and things. But little tiny pieces like that, where it's not quite as much as you'd like, it's not the best. Right. Should now get enough stuff together to create nothing. Wait, hang on. Okay, now I have water potions. I think I'll try drinking one first, because if I remember correctly, they are defensive, so they're supposed to be really... Ah, right, okay. The melee attack is now a slam, which does an area effect attack. That makes sense. I don't know what else it's doing, though. Yeah, it just says defensive and mobility, which means nothing. It would be nice if there was an area where I could test out what all my potions do while having an unlimited supply of them, so it didn't matter if I happened to waste them, right? I feel like that's what that area before I start a run should be for. Right, start me off with a boatload of these things, a load of potions, which I can just do whatever I want with, learn the basics, get comfy, and then I go for a run. That seems like a really sensible idea. A little bit like in Hades, where you can just use your use your weapons without any problems on Skelemus, and just go to town on an enemy which doesn't care, and will even thank you for killing him. Right. I'm going to go with... Let's try a throw build this time. Okay, so we've got some chocolate, which is extra movement speed. Good to know. Oh, hello. Howdy there. I've heard of ya. Million entrance attempts guy. I'm a fan. Yeah. The name's Bree, by the way. Good to finally meet ya. I spent all my time either tinkering or here in the tower. And this here gotta be the best room in the tower. The challenge room. If you get to the end of the obstacle course on time, you get a big reward. If you can't manage, you get a small one. Win-win. I'll show you. Watch me. Bree swiftly jumps between the obstacles within seconds. She's on the other side. She waves at you and goes further into the tower. Okay. I can make some of these, and I can make one of them. Sure. Oh, good. I can change my potion type in this menu. That's actually kind of nice. Okay. This seems like the perfect place to use... Oh, no. Oh, damn it. I was about to say this seems like the perfect place to use the... Whoa, okay. To use the... Oh, damn it. Okay. Platforming challenges. Actually quite appropriate in this game, seeing as it's all 3D-like, but... Oh, boy. I don't know what the heck was happening with that dash, but it was way too much for what this was. I thought it would make sense to do that, because it's all about speed, but oh well. Right, Cork Collector Badge. Gain 1 to 3 corks per encounter. Badge of Toxic Fists or Laser Pan. It probably makes sense to have a little thing shooting over our shoulder, doesn't it? Oh. Nom 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 nom. Oh, I'm not even done. I've still got an ice cream sundae. Oh, me. You know, she says, shoving cold chips in her face. Right. Ow. Rude. Oh, hang on a second. Does the dash do damage? No. Or at least this version of it doesn't seem to. What the hell was that line? Oh, was it the laser dude? It might be the little laser dude actually trying to do his thing. That might make sense. Sure. Okay. Ow. Got to make sure I remember this is quite a tight area, so I need to make sure I'm utilising everything afforded to me, even the hit. Okay, come on. I think there are abilities which increase your like your main brew abilities as well, so there are ways around this. Right, okay, so how many potions have we got so far? Yeah, sure, let's have a couple of them. Seems like that kind of situation. Okay. You know what, let's try loading this in here and see if it's like in the demo. So now we've got a water cannon. And it's a grenade launcher. Which I suppose is quite appropriate for one of these, but it also means that it seems to do quite a lot of area effect damage, but it's also now got a bit of a learning curve. Because now, while it does a lot of damage, you also now have to factor in the arc of the projectile. Which again is also quite a nice idea. I like that idea of being able to build into different types of potions in order to gain different abilities. There seems to be some legs in what they're trying to do here. Okay, that works. And then shoot. You know, I just threw one of the potions. Ah, right, okay. I threw one of my water potions when I didn't really mean to, and it seems to have done nothing. So that's fine. Just got an item that healed me, I think. Yeah, the standard attack being on cooldown. I think I can understand why it's a thing, but it also doesn't seem that great. Like, outside of combat, it seems like it would be nice to just be able to just smash through all the boxes, right? Channel your inner demo man. Yes, exactly. Right. Items. Upgrade. I'm going to go with the upgrade. Well, sure, let's try the water tome. Okay. Whenever you drink a water potion, heal. That seems extremely useful. Water throw now spawns sharks that seek and damage enemies. Now, if I remember correctly from the demo, the idea is the water bomb, the water potion, when thrown, creates a area of effect on the floor, and I think it traps enemies. So they can't move as soon as they move over that area. Assumingly, this would also mean that whenever you throw water bombs, they would also then start to get hurt by sharks in the water that try and eat them. That would make the most sense to me. And finally, if we load water into our gun, on impact, your projectile now gains a cluster of smaller explosions. Fun, fun, fun. I'm going to go with drink because that just seems vitally important in a game like this. Roguelikes are very often a game of attrition. Sometimes it's better to be... Sometimes it's better, like, you can genuinely win runs, not necessarily by being powerful, but by just being able to outlast everything. Sometimes, sometimes you can outlast everything by just blowing it up to Kingdom Come, and sometimes you can outlast it by being functionally immortal. Oh, a bit heavy on the trigger there, but no worries. Ow. Need to be careful when I'm running. Okay, cool. Right, now to just focus on these little guys. That red line thing, I assume that's the little guy, but he's not very accurate. I don't know if his animation is bugged or something, but he doesn't feel like he's pulling his weight, necessarily. Ow. Good, more corks. Okay. Well, water potions are now health potions as well, so might as well grab some of those. And an air potion, why not? Okay, let's try loading one of these. Bang. Bang. Oh, I'm actually running quite low, so let's use one of them. Okay, it heals, it just didn't tell me how much it heals. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wow. Oh, the charge for water is awesome. I'm a kid now. I'm a squid now. Oh, that's cool. I mean, yeah, it's not going to let me go up walls like in Splatoon, but oh, that looks fantastic. Like, it clearly has the biggest range. It's not as fast, I assume, but it protects me, which is fantastic. That's so cool. Very nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Right. How many of these potions have I got left? Let's craft one more. Need to get some more metal. Okay. More corks. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to load another potion in here for some good shot. Pew! Yeah, I did play the demo. The demo is neat, but it's not quite as representative of what this game is like. This is so much better than the demo. The demo clearly is based on a earlier build. Which unfortunately does it a little bit of disservice, even if it does get the general gist of the game itself. But so much of the presentation is lost. They really need to update the demo. Oh, that's interesting. Right, so these little... Oh, damn it, I wasn't paying attention enough. So the little wizard guys... Oh, okay, so... we got far enough for a D this time. That's something. I don't know, pretty certain you are a mouse, not a squid. Yes, I know technicalities, but... I'm gonna do the catch the catch line because it's fun. I actually quite like the idea of your character getting a grade for each area which you go through. Because it shows progression, but it also shows relative progression. So it means that, yeah, you don't, like in Hades, you don't see everything which you're expected to do, but then you get, you're given a rough idea of how well you did based on, like, how far you went. But instead of here, they give you a rough idea of how far you were expected to go and how far you got through it. And then, assuming there's different ranks of stuff depending on how far you got through it, and then whether you got anywhere near the boss, or managed to defeat them, or do something like that, or managed to find all the secrets, or did it perfectly. Hey, new student, huh? Welcome to Remy's 1000 Hats. I'm doing this voice a lot. Hang on. Hey! New student, huh? Yeah, sure, why not? Welcome to Remy's 1000 Hats. Are you tired of wearing that same old hat every day? Tired of people looking at you and thinking, wow, totally not fashionable. Well, then you came to the right place. Browse my merch, all you want, while I recover my voice. I love the hat that covers ears. Yeah, I know, it's very cute, isn't it? And it also makes sense within universe that they would actually care about such a thing. Right, we can spend our hard-earned meta currency on new headgear, which admittedly is very impressive and rather lovely. But this hattage, I think, is going to have to deal with us for a while. Brew wants you to... Oh, right, hello. Howdy there again. I just saw Miss Aquila install these new desks for us. I was dying to get some brewing desk action going. Brewing desk? With brewing desks, we can swap out the ingredients of our potion recipes. You can make them exactly the way you like them. But you gotta learn how to use ingredients. I see you just have the basics. Here, a present. This is silver. It boosts the throwing qualities of potions. Test it out and find out what matches your skill. Cool, isn't it? I'll let you tinker around. Catch you later. Neat. New potions are available with potions from Marcel. Very nice. I might go have a look at that in a second. So now we can change potion recipes in order to create different effects. So gold increases the drink duration of this potion by 50%. Then we have copper, which you gain 50% increased ammo when loading. And then silver increases the size of the potion by 50% when thrown. Interesting. So we can modify our recipes backwards and forwards in order to create different things. So our potions are now modifiable at least in terms of their effect on our equipment, as well as our on the 3 stats which they're capable of altering. That's cool. Now, I like the idea. I'm probably going to be loading fire into our gun quite a bit because it does the most bang for our buck. So we'll probably do that. Now, it might behoove me to set each of these to different ones just so that they will do different stuff. So maybe I put that on throne and then yeah, we keep that on drink because water potions on drink seems like a really good idea. Orbs dropped by the wet enemies heal the player if picked up. Orbs will disappear after 6 seconds. Sure, okay. Right, we talked to Bree. That was great. Everyone's gathered at the stage. Where is the there's the stage. Okie dokie. Am I allowed to advise against using lead in a potion modifier? No, you're not. It might be all the lead I've already consumed, but no. People are gathered around the stage. Asta has summoned everyone to see their magic show. Greetings everyone and welcome to Asta's fantastical magical showcase. Today you will be able to witness to never before seen otherworldly magic, of which the likes of alchemy can't get close to replicating. I hope you are ready for your view on life itself shall be shattered by this incredible showcase. You hear your fellow classmates murmur amongst each other. Go, Asta! But magic isn't real. Everyone knows that. Let the show begin! Everyone watches as Asta starts waving their wand around, but nothing comes out of it. They keep on shaking their wand to no avail, which shake more and more desperate. Murmurs grow in the crowd. At the end, they try a card trick on an audience member. They end up guessing the wrong card. Who? Asta perhaps should focus on alchemy studies. It's the closest thing to magic. Oh, your design is so cute! Oh, you're adorable! Everyone walks away from the show. Asta is left standing alone on the stage. I'm going to walk to Asta. I can't believe that didn't work out. What did you think of the show? Do I humour him or do I try and... No, let's be cruel to be kind, shall we? You're in the audience. Don't be like that. But man, this was going to be my big breakthrough. I suppose getting it right in the first time was unlikely. You see, magic is like a wild beast. I've yet to tame it properly. But I do believe that I'm quite close to reaching my full magician potential. I must awaken my senses, or something. Oh, you know what? Maybe what I need is an apprentice. Yeesh! Someone to share my wisdom with. Someone that lets me re-experience the wonders of magic anew. That was a fantastic idea. You will be my apprentice. Oh no. With your help, I will prove that a magic stronger than alchemy does exist. And no one will dare make fun of my magic ever again. Ever! Alrighty, decided. My next show will be even greater than this one. We will knock everyone's socks off. I will reach out when we start with our apprenticeship. I'll be seeing you around. I kind of like the idea that he does actually discover magic. It is more powerful, and that's what the sequel is about. I don't know. Whoa! You just went at like warp speed over there. Okay, so unlike... suppose this isn't too surprising because, you know, Supergiant are a big company. They get to do what they want. But these guys have not written huge amounts of dialogue for everyone necessarily. So we can talk. Time to test your geography knowledge. What's the northernmost town in Alkion? I don't know. Arcania? No, that's where we are right now. Arcania is the capital of Alkion. It's this little child. This is little children's curriculum. The correct answer would have been Cornelia. Ooh, what kind of people do I share class with? I don't know. I've been in this world for all of an hour at best. Hour and a half, according to my timer. That's a low bar. Yeah, I know. But yeah, like, okay, so they haven't got huge amounts of like dialogue and such for people to do. They've got instead little bits and pieces which they do every so often, which, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, where is Malcolm? Whatever his name was. Where's the shop? Where's the shop owner? The game... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Lightning is actually quite expensive. Okay, the different potion types are actually quite expensive. But possibly 2 runs and I might be able to get them? Okay, that seems doable. Sure. Perfectly doable. Oh no. Strawberry ice cream has gone down my lovely jumper. Right. I wasn't even paying attention. Did that message come back up again? See, it would be lovely if I could just brew for nothing here and then they just take them away as soon as I actually enter into the area. That would make sense. Like, yeah, potion recipes. Good, good. Makes sense. Makes sense. Excellent idea. Why can't I then practice with all of my potions and understand what my changes have just done in a safe environment where I can just build a bunch of potions and do whatever, right? Absolute no-brainer. Absolutely be fantastic, because then you can fine-tune what you've got in a safe environment where everything is fine and then go out and actually use them in the game proper. That, I think, makes a lot of sense. Because I get it, you're not going to allow me to just make a bunch of potions willy-nilly, because that would upset the balance of the game as of yet, and also completely invalidates one of the upgrade trees, which I completely forgot to go and check. But this is just like mastery and understanding of the game to experiment with the new toys which I might have just bought with my medallions in the shop. It just makes sense. I am a tiny creative. Yeah, I'm a streamer, but I'm not expecting the developers to actually be paying attention. But if they are, there's a tip for you guys. I think that would be cool. Ah, okay, I see. Interesting. Okay, so there might be a small... Well, is there? This is interesting. So, as a point of balancing, because I've set each of these to use a different metal, it means that they're not sharing the same pool, so I can't just make whatever I want. But they're also not sharing the same pool. They all draw from different pools. So in theory, I should get more potions each time, because all I need is just their element and their metal to be made. Still, it's a good thing I've got plenty of silver and copper and gold to drink. I don't know about copper, but I do know you can eat gold, quote unquote, because Don't know. To say that you eat gold is a bit of a misnomer. It's much closer to you can consume gold and it will pass through you without any further incident. But cool. Right, we have an air potion and that's sort of it. I guess this is the thing. Now that I've got all of my different potions on different metals, I guess I now have to compete a little bit, but although they're competing for drop space is what I mean. The game seems to be throwing me a lot of metal pickups, but not throwing me any element pickups so far. Okay, there's a water. That's good to see. Let's have some water. On the plus side, I can just throw all my metal into each potion without willy-nilly, without having to think about where I put it, because or what makes sense in the process. Right. What did I upgrade? Oh, these guys are drink, aren't they? Yes. No. Let's do heal. Water is drink build right now, so let's do a drink. Consuming too much silver will colour your skin bluish greyish. The copper does something similar. Oh, good. I'm glad that we're... well, it's not lead. It could be lead. Which is perfectly fine. No, it isn't. Ingredients, or do we go for a challenge? No, you know what? I'm low on potions. Let's go and do a... Let's go and grab stuff for potions. Oh. So it just gives you a random smattering of stuff. Good to know. Okay, another one of them. Haven't got enough for another go round. That's fine. Unsurprisingly, don't go swimming in the strange goo. Right. I am absolutely going to want to load this up. And rather appropriately, that has given us a little bit more oomph and a little bit more ammo within the shot. Excellent. Good, 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 good. So far, so good. Right, can I make any more fire potions? Yes, I can. I can finally make some air. Another water potion. Going well so far. Another loot chest. Corks, lovely. Pew, pew. Thankfully, the area of effect, like the damage over time effect of being set on fire, is doing some work. Okay, due to the random nature of some of these encounters, I do wonder if they're expecting to be used with more enemies, or whether the game is on easy mode because I have just started. The game is still registering me as a rank amateur, and it's not. I haven't unlocked everything, so it's not throwing all the bad guys at me. Because otherwise, this is a lot of space. Right, let's load. I didn't mean to do that, but you know what? Let's see what this does. Seem to help. Ow. Okay. Thankfully, the fire melee seems to be a little bit more homing than any of the others. Ow. Bang. Okay, dead. Wonderful. Right, I don't have enough for fire, but I do have enough for the others. Good. Okay, is it worth using a healing... is it worth using a water potion yet? Let's wait until the next encounter. Medallion. Loads of stuff. That's great. More ingredients, or do I go for a heal? let's go for ingredients. Not a death's door yet, so it's not a huge deal. Vending machine, random smattering of stuff. Cool. Can I make some stuff here? Can I make some? Nope. Okay. Still, I'm getting elements, so we're getting somewhere with this. Right, I was going to drink this, and then let's load this up. Whee! So far, one of the more fun abilities. Whoop. It's able to keep me mobile, it's able to keep me safe. Especially with all the barrages of stuff going around. Out of ammo already. Okay. I have been stocking up air, but I seem to be managing this so far without it, so let's not bother. Cool. We have some air shots, that's fine. If we've got air in the gun, then we might as well just keep moving. It's not doing the most damage, but it's getting through them, and these guys just do not. Okay, is the game loading in new guys, or is it creating new ones? I don't know what's going on. That was the wrong button. I meant to throw them there, but you know what? Never mind. Oh, that's cute. The air dash gives you a like a flying thing, so it's more of an air. Right. Okay, it's controllable as well. So a little bit like the water ability. It also allows you to move around and gain a bit more speed. As well as looking surprisingly like Goku from Dragon Ball. Or Son Wukong if you're a fan of the classic. Right. Boing, and good thing I can just pause the game. Okay, I've got plenty of water, plenty of that. Not much fire, which is not great, but you know what, for the time being. Okay, let's use air potions. Ah, okay, one of these guys. Let's actually use that. Just going to have to use this in order to strafe around this guy so I can focus fire him, because otherwise I haven't got much else. I do enjoy the air potion. This mechanic is really fun. Whee! Can't catch me. Okay, let's try that again. So it does a quick stun, and then you can just use it to bounce around like there's no tomorrow. This is kind of cool. Don't think it's actually doing any real major damage to them, but it looks cool. And in my head, I am getting extra damage due to style anyway. That's how video games work, right? It's like Robot Wars. You know, you get ranked on, what was it? Style, control, damage, and aggression. So that's how it works, right? All games are like that. I'm pretty certain that's what the MOT, that's what a driving test is like, anyway. Yes, consuming too much silver will colour your skin blue-greyish, and copper does something similar. Yeah, I think I've heard that somewhere. Aggressive retaliation. Gain a plating. That's cute. Plating reduces damage by 30%, breaking in the process. Okay. Gain 20% increased damage while no plating is active. Right. Plating, I'm assuming, is this game's equivalent of armor, because alchemy, they flavoured it that way. Gain a 30% chance to dodge any incoming damage. That's quite high. Or at least it feels very high compared to Hades, where you can only have like a 1% damage. And Badge of Thunderstep. Whenever you dash, strike a nearby enemy with lightning. 5 damage per lightning strike. Interesting. I like the idea of the extra damage boost. So we have a bit of armor, quote unquote. Right, we got ingredients. Actually doing all right on potions. That even if I don't necessarily have all of them active at the moment. Okay, having a bit of a water build at the moment. So you know what? Let's have a look. So your melee is now larger and knocks back enemies if I drink. Interesting. Water throw now spawns sharks. That's not a bad idea, actually. Projectile gains a bounce. Ooh. I mean, healing drink is nice, and the melee is okay. Maybe the water throw? So it starts dealing damage and holds enemies in place. I think that might be a nice idea. I think it's time to start using some of the water potions. Oh, yeah, it's time to start using some of the water potions. Oh, I am in such trouble. It's boss time, everybody. Congratulations on getting this far. The names are clear. The name's Akela. But you should already know that. I love her arm. It looks so cool. Her design is just fantastic. Every one of us teachers have our own floors. This room here is the very top of the mechanology floor. If you want to keep on climbing and go to the other floors, you're gonna have to defeat me in battle. Prepare that potion gun and let's see what you've got. Oh boy. Okay, my potion... No, my potion... Ah, okay. Just noticed that if I just drink lots of different potions, it doesn't invalidate them. It just adds to the total. Good. Let's try one of these and see if it affects bosses in any meaningful way. Pew, pew, pew. Ah, okay, I'm going to have to be really careful here, I think. Still, the dodge of the water is doing something. I'm going to pop one in the gun because... Ah, damn it. I spoke too soon. Okay, level 4, very nice. I'll probably go and spend those, actually. I probably should. 3 medallions, lovely. Okay, so yeah, no, potions. Potions are worth drinking. Potions are good. Potions are good. It's definitely one of those roguelikes where you have a gimmick and you try and utilise it as best as possible. This being quite a Twitch shootery kind of thing, so I'd imagine, you know, your ability to move around and do stuff is going to be extremely important. Okay. 3 points. Interesting. Right, I can't unlock that until I spend 3 points in this skill. So I can raise my health by 2. Might as well. There. Now I have 65 health, and I might as well utilise some of it in Scholar. Movement speed or bigger magazine for the base weapon. Yeah, that sounds nice. Yeah, let's go for the magazine. So I can upgrade that up to 3 times. Interesting. I can upgrade my movement speed. So faster reload. Potion upgrade point. Wait, what? Potion upgrade point. I don't quite know what that does. Extra reserve ammo for the potion gun. Extended drink duration. When you craft a potion, gain another one. Oh, that's extremely good. Potion upgrade point. And increased damage to bosses and mini-bosses. Okay, so this one is definitely worth looking at. And then we got Tinkerer. Start the run with corks. Sure, standard. Start the run with some ingredients. Actually, that's quite useful. Start the run with a badge. Gain more stardust. Start the run with a bunch of food. Start the run with a potion upgrade. Gain an extra potion slot on the potion wheel. Sure. Gain a discount in the tower shop. Gain badge rerolls. All good ideas, all good things, all good things. What's the rest of this? So, restores your 30% health to your health when your health is replete. Oh, okay. Just get back up and get back into some health. Okay. Restores health at the end of each encounter. Gain resistance against enemy ranged attacks. Enemy attacks while below 50% health. So, more effective HP. Getting healing and potion before every boss fight. That would actually be rather nice. Restores you to 30% health when your health is depleted. Improve the health healing received from the fountain room in the tower. Stubbornness now restores you to 100% health when your health is depleted. Okie dokie. Well, okay, so incremental but somewhat meaningful upgrades. How many of these... Remember to bring medallions, my friend. Right, how many of these things do I actually have? Not enough. Oh, I need one more. Oh, okay. Well, I want to get more potions because more potions means a gooder a game, right? Oh, hey, Bree. My allergies always flare up in spring. Achoo! Sure, okay. You do you. Boing, boing. Is there anyone else I desperately want? Oh, you know what? Let's go talk to Newt. Hello, Newt. What would you like to do? If you find any static bolts and such inside the tower, please come and give them to me. Will do, whatever the hell that means. Gate is locked. Looks like it requires a key. Okie dokie. Which I can buy from Marcel, strangely enough. It's almost like this guy is running some sort of racket, don't you think? Thank you, random screen. I am so glad that that happened. Okay, I might give this another go. And then I think that will be it. I might do something else, or play something else, or we do something else tonight. I have enjoyed messing around with this. And I might put some more time into this. I don't know if I do it on stream. I guess if you guys are really interested, or this is being nice and captivating for you, I might play this again. But I may also put some time into this outside of this, just to be like, hey, you know, giving it a try, learning all I can about what I need to do. Oh, that's an interesting cheat. Okay, let me get rid of this enemy, and then I'll show you what I mean. Okay, let me stand over here. What's wrong with this picture? What's wrong with this picture? Guys, the mesh is supposed to be attached to the cog. That just ain't right. That just ain't right. Right. Oh, was that enough for a potion? That's enough for... No? Okay, but we do have a couple of potions. We have a potion. Joy. Anything else in here? A wee bit. Do finally have a fire potion, but I probably want to be saving some of these up because the game just is being a bit stingy with ingredients right now. Come on, give me some stuff. I was reading some of the reviews for this game. I jumped. How rude. Anyway, I was reading some of the reviews for this game, and they did suggest this idea that ingredients are strangely difficult to get hold of, and that and despite everything else being surprisingly nice and polished and really neat, there is some stuff in here which just doesn't quite work. Most of it being the economy of the game. So my character is kind of worthless if they don't have abilities and if they don't have stuff to power their things. So as soon as I'm out of ingredients and I'm out of any kind of potion, that's it, I'm stuffed. I have minimal amounts of stuff I can do, but not very much. My basic effectiveness is minimal. So there is this suggestion that the game doesn't ends up surprisingly tricky and quite grindy if you don't have enough ingredients, and some of that is just unfortunately down to RNG. Whether the game is going to ordain to allow you to engage with the core mechanics because it's given you enough resources. Which, makes sense, but also is a little bit of a weird oversight. Like, this is the one thing about your game, and I'm not allowed to engage with it. The game hasn't given me enough of the right stuff. But at the same time, especially in early levels, you're also now having to make choices and decisions and thinking about, okay, which thing... Okay, I've only got so many shots of X. Is it worth utilising all of this on this encounter, or do I just walk away? What's the most efficient way of utilising all of my kit? Which, admittedly, is actually quite is a unique thing that this game in particular can work with. And you end up with this particular game where not utilising some of your kit and utilising it effectively and in some cases somewhat conservatively, certainly at the beginning of the game, might be key to good progress as you build up an amount of money in chests and things. Okay, air is being upgraded. Updraft re-triggers every 3 seconds. Yeah, okay, because I've set this to throw build, so air now does a thing. Oh no, I did not mean to do that. That was silly. I thought I was still on the unlimited shot. Right, E, good, Okay, that was an ingredient, wasn't it? Okay, more. Yes. Yes. Excellent. All the things are happy. Right, I am going to have another nom of my ice cream. Which admittedly has been sat here so long and is now milkshake. Right, chest. Library. No, let's have upgrades. Upgrades are good. I don't know what a chest room is exactly, but this makes sense. Oh, God, take the one. So these don't change. You just take different versions of them. Interesting. Which is also a little bit of a shame. There could be lots of different abilities that your potions could do, and what you get and where you do, how you balance that, and what you manage through the random drops. That could be cool. But instead it's a linear progression which you can absolutely lab out and predict, which I'm not so hot on. One of the interesting things about Hades, which I do enjoy, and I will talk about that as the roguelite of choice, but you've got other things like Backpack Hero or there we go. Like Backpack Hero or Balatro or something like that. A lot of these other roguelikes, they thrive on the randomness element and not only trying to make a decent run out of whatever garbage you might be handed, but also the skill and to build up that knowledge and be able to figure out where the synergies are and then play around that is important. Here, on the other hand, there's just not enough, at this stage of the game, there's just not enough random elements. I'm not doing anything all that exciting right now. Or rather, in terms of build, it's all pretty standard, which also means that it has a really easy likelihood to become kind of stale. At least in comparison to a lot of other roguelikes where there's a lot more randomness going on. The badges are supposed to be where the abilities that do get randomized are supposed to come from, and that's neat. But I don't know enough about them, and I don't know... They're not come up often enough to be that big of a deal. So it really does feel like a missed trick that the potions don't have lots of different possible abilities that they can all swap out and deal with and you have to look at your build, figure out what they're supposed to do, how you can work around it, and what you can do from there. I think that is a bit of a missed opportunity. Right, yeah. Guys in the chat, if I'm off base or speaking complete nonsense, please let me know, because I would be very interested to hear your thoughts on this too. But I think I'm generally making sense. Right. That said, I do really like the air potion ability. Right, it's quite apparent the idea is that you can modify its base stats, but you don't have a lot of you don't appear to have a huge amount of variance during a run, so it makes it more predictable, but also less interesting. There's not a huge amount of drama as you figure out how to make a busted build, or try to limp along with the suboptimal one that doesn't quite work, but by Jove, you've figured out how exactly it's supposed to work, right? Okay, a little bit of movement speed, a little bit of attack speed. We've got lots of Yeah, we've got lots of corks. Hopefully, there's a potion. 4 health. Perfect. I'll take that. Thank you. Hello, Marcel. Corks are inferior, but I shall partake in this economy as well, of course. And then we have this badge of Thunderstep thing, or we have a random badge. This is only okay. I'm not that interested in like 5. I mean, 5 damage every time I dash, sure. But I'm kind of curious to see what happens if I do this. Oh, hello, static that. Basic attack has a 15% chance to spawn lightning. That's quite cool. Can't afford that by 1. That's devastating. Just going to eat some of this. I have to refuel. Otherwise... Oh, we're up to the boss already. Oh, boy. Okay, how many potions have I got? Not many. Not many at all. Oh, dear. Wow, this is going to be fun. You know, all those mechanical robots back there, they were all invented by yours truly. I hope you had fun fighting them, because you are going straight back to the start. Ended up going a little bit more Heath Ledger with that, but you know what? Sure, why not? Okay, let's load that into the gun. Must remember that the dodge has a cooldown. Oh no. Okay, that missed. Maybe I just throw one of these down and we use it in order to avoid some damage. That seems to be working. Okay. Doing good so far. Let's see how you handle my butts. Yeah, I'm definitely going very Joker with this, but you know what? Sure, why not? Okay, let's keep drinking these. Hello. The lightning damage is actually coming in handy. That's good to see. Potion ingredients, potion ingredients. You know what? It is very rude that something is shooting at me, but for now, I don't care. Nope, that's all we got. Cool, fine. That's all she wrote. Very nice, very nice. Oh, it's one of these. Oh, damn it. It's one of these things. Okay, here she comes. You know, some voice acting. I think this game would be really cool. Can't just all be me. Sorry, I apparently found the bones in my ice cream. Am I even shooting at this guy? Come on. There we go. Just matrix dodge out of everything. Ow. I'm gonna try one of these because it's supposed to do... Does it do damage yet? No, I don't think it does. I've been using it to drink, haven't I? Okay, let's do that then. Uh-oh. She's just standing there menacingly. Ooh. I'm pretty certain she hit me there. Okay, do I have any... No, no. Oh! That'll do. Shoot, shoot! Okay, that's doing a lot more damage, unsurprisingly. Yeah, she doesn't seem to be happy with that. That's good to know. Okay, this... Oh, okay. Big guy. Wonderful. Superb. Uh-oh. Well, if I'm forced to use my only good gun attacks, I might as well make sure that they deal the damage they need to. I haven't gotten this far into the boss fight before. This is doing quite well. Oh... Feels a little unfair if I don't have a good dodge move. Like, you're shooting into the air. Why are you still tracking me? Ow. Oh, damn it. Hello, Lisa Morris. I am doing well. Or rather, I have been... Well, I managed to get to the boss of whatever this was, and then managed to die. Just so I can see your message. So all is well, I think. I am pretty good. Good to hear. I hope you've had a decent day. Right, okay, so we have not been able to defeat Yeen. That is a shame. My day so far has been fine. I don't know, I've been messing around with a Raspberry Pi, trying to see if I can turn it into a little media center thing. I can get it to work with Plex. I just have not been able to get it to work with YouTube at all. For some reason, if you ever try this, the Raspberry Pi stuff for YouTube just seems to die about 30 minutes into every single YouTube video which I've tried running things with. Do I stream daily? No. I pretty much stream once a week. You know, whenever I feel like it, mostly. Try to keep in a good habit so I can continuously play games I otherwise don't make time for. Talk to Newt. I mean, you're standing right here. I might as well say hello to you. Another one of my relics exploded earlier. Right when Miss Acklea was testing it. And on top of that, Cinna was around and she laughed and pointed at me. By the way, you seem like a pretty good stream to me. Thank you, Lisa. But that's not all. Bree and Jackie... Ugh, trying to go boy mode, just... Bree and Jackie are in the area and saw it as well. Do I play any game? Yes, generally the idea of my show is that I've called my show Backlogging. The entire idea is that I try and get through as much of my gaming backlog as possible. Sometimes I will stick them on a wheel, we will give it 30 minutes and we'll just see what happens. Sometimes I just pick stuff and go, yeah, sure, let's dive into this and see what happens. Other things which I've got on the go are things like Tales of Vesperia. Apparently this, because I might try playing this again. I think I've got System Shock 2 sitting around somewhere. I was playing a bit of Bolt Gun and Demon Turf, but admittedly... Oh, I'm from the UK. Planet Earth, Milky Way... 3 stars to the right and straight on till morning. But that's not... Hang on. My life has hit rock bottom. What will I do now? Dude, chill. I am chill. I am so very chill. I'll go back to the workbench and show everyone I can do better. Such a nice place. Yeah, I know. The Milky Way just has a lot of happening stuff and pretty good restaurants which don't rot my stomach, and some that do. What are you doing down here? Hello? I'm going to the tower. Don't you dare... I'm going to the tower. Don't you dare follow me. I was doing Newt voice. That is wrong. That is, you know. Okay, do I... Has this been unlocked yet? No, the game would have told me if this was unlocked. Hello, dude. Sinisad, she doesn't believe in my magic. Can you believe this blasphemy? I will show her. Yeah, you keep doing, dude. Cool, that's great. Yeah, okay, so the characters just wander around rather than like in other games where they will just stay put. That's fine. Let's have a look at the shop. I think I can get... I can get a lightning potion. What does lightning do? You've acquired the lightning potion recipe. This potion is great for zapping around, causing static to build up inside you. Oh, okay. It's a sort of area effect turret thing. And they do have like animated doodads. I just apparently wasn't paying attention. Well, I can help you with that. Basically, I'm an artist. I do stuff for streamers, gamers. No, thank you. No, I don't. I do, but I'm not interested in artwork. Thank you. I tend to try and do myself. Because then it's fun. I like doing it myself, but thank you very much. Okay, so lightning. Static bolts do not oh, okay. Right. Oh, I see. Okay, so these are the things which I need in order to go to Newt, so he'll be happy with me. Warning, causes discharge a lightning to arc to nearby enemies, dealing 5 damage. Well, I am working on the agency where we're providing followers the stream. Thanks, Lisa. I'm not interested. I'm not bothered. I am not a career... I'm not looking to be a career streamer. I'm doing this for fun. I'm not interested. Thank you. Wire. Alchemists spent many years attempting to create gold out of lead. Well, they succeeded. Oh, good. I'm glad that I'm not eating or drinking lead. Found in the mines of Alkion and crafted into a cube at a metalsmith. Ha! I repeat. Ha! Anyway, I don't know what lightning does. I assume I have... I mean, I've got 4 slots in my inventory, so assumingly I can take that with me, right? Right, no, I'm not going to bother with this right now. I don't have any stats. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Is there anywhere else I go, or do I just... do I have to pursue relationships with characters by giving them stuff? Is that how that works? I think that might be how that works. Okay, that's fine. Well, I kind of want to see what the lightning potion does before I wrap up. Just because it's the new thing I've picked up, so, you know. But no, this is doing... okay, fine. My jump isn't that good. I am enjoying the like the way that this works and how things are going, because this seems to be a really nice sort of thing. So, like characters are neat. It's all bright and colourful. This is right. Okay, now this screen makes sense. I guess fun and neat as this is, I have not been using it very much, so I'm going to do that. Wait, how do... Oh, I can only do 1? All of the potion slots will be randomized. Why? Why? Why can't I choose what I want? Okay, I get the lightning potion anyway, that's fine, but why can't I choose what I want? I mean, is it simply because you've set up a system where different different builds are clearly more powerful as a result of what you're doing, or it's quite apparent that they've clearly set it. They clearly realised, oh, hang on, each of the different potion types are predictable, so you have to randomise that somewhere, and they've decided it's to remove that agency from the player. What? Why? The entire point of a roguelike is okay, being able to build your abilities out, but it feels really weird when it's this way around. Don't mess with my starting choices. This is like the one few bits and pieces which I have any legitimate sway over. Allow the progression of my abilities to get randomized, but not my starting build. I should be able to build that out over time, surely. I mean, granted, you have to do something new, and you have to mix stuff up, and it does make sense for the system they've built, but I would argue they need to tweak the system because this isn't quite as satisfying as it could be. Okay, so getting our first ingredients specifically for lightning. And a bunch of stuff, lovely. So, now we have a lightning potion. Ho, ho, ho. So lightning is set up like our water potion, so it's best for drinking at present. I might load it into the gun just because and see what this does. Oh, okay, now we've got a... Right, okay, now we've got a laser cannon. So that's what the gun does. That's actually kind of cool, I like it. Because it's very easy for the fire gun to be just a flamethrower, but no, they decided they're going to give you essentially a directional laser gun, which is that's kind of neat. I do like that each of the when the gun, it's not just that the gun shoots a different bullet that does different damage, and therefore is like the fire gun is just pew pew pew, but with fire. And then the water gun is just pew pew pew, but it's blue or something, right? Like that. I do appreciate that different weapons have modified different properties of the gun so that they are genuinely a choice whether you chug it, fling it, or load it into your weapon. Because they all have different properties and you all have to work around each other. So the lightning gun clearly has no range considerations. It just seems to do maximum damage no matter where it is, but you now have to focus fire all damage and you have to track enemies in order to make the most out of it. Compared to everything else, which has either been fire and forget or hit scan. Right, what we got here? Gain 2 star orbit. Gain an orbiting star that deals 3 damage and applies Starburst. If Starburst is applied while Starburst is active, it explodes for 5 damage, lasts 10 seconds. Double jump. Interesting. Last bullet of your magazine smites. Strike the lowest health enemy for 7 damage. Oh, these abilities are actually kind of cool. I wish they came up more often. They're interesting. Okay, so a double jump in this game is actually not bad. As we saw earlier, utilising the air potions, jumping around like a flea with that's a bit kicked up the arse is surprisingly effective at keeping out of the range of attacks, and is able to leap over the heads of most enemies. So this is not bad. An orbiting star. Okay, so an orbital around the enemy. Kind of okay, probably best if we use it with a melee build. Maybe. Melee seems to be a little bit iffy, in this. Smite actually sounds really useful on the last shot of a magazine, so let's try that. Next, challenge, or, you know, I'm going to try a chest room. I don't know what that means. Oh, it just hands me a chest of some description. I suppose that makes sense. Do you like stuff or stuff? Plating reduces damage by 30%, breaking in the process. Okay, gain plating, increase your maximum health by 10. Basic attacks have a 10% chance to apply poison. Two plating? Okay, we have a shield around us. Sure. I don't know where else in the HUD I'm expected to note that I have plating active, but whatever. Cool. So far, so ow. And there goes my plating. Well, that was fun. Damn it. I didn't know that enemy was there. Okay, here's the other thing. Here's something interesting about how this game works in comparison to something like Hades. Hades' isometric style means that it's because it's zoomed out, the enemies have very little opportunity to catch you by surprise without specific mechanics based around that idea. So particular enemies which are able to become translucent and therefore harder to see, or able to come at you because they have unpredictable attacks, or you're able to do stuff. You're able to see that and get a good lay of the land, and therefore technical mastery of all the equipment and all the effects is actually quite... damn it. No. Ow, 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 ow. That was mean. I really thought it would just respawn me rather than have me bounce around like it's Spyro the Dragon. Anyway, so enemies gaining the ability to just do whatever they want. No, wait. So you can see enemies can kind of do whatever you want, and the game can demand very tight combat out of you simply by allowing you to see what's going on and everything's fine. However, something like... oh, actually, I haven't done any potions for a while. Oh, cool. Oh, let's do a water, and then... yeah, that's fine. Okay. I do like the Ratchet and Clank style thing. Oh, plating came back. Oh, that's interesting. So it doesn't... so it lasts in between rooms. So I have a little bit of damage reduction if I want it. That's nice to know. Okay, what does lightning do if I... right, so the dash now becomes a blink. And my punch appears to do a thing? Oh, my punch is now a ranged attack. Is that how that works? Ow. Please go away. Thank you. I don't know what this yellow thing is. I don't think it's worth risking health to get, so let's just carry on. What we got? Fire bonus, reduced spread, increased range, whenever you dash. I've been loading it into my gun, so let's keep with that. That seems like a sensible idea. Right, what we got? Elixir room. Enter the shop. I want to see what elixir does. Because this looks to be a new mechanic. Swift Cloud Elixir. Gain 30% movement speed, lasts 3 rooms. Oh, okay. These are just little potions which just do little bonusy stuff, a little bit like Karen's items from Hades. Yeah, sure. Okay. Oh, oh. So yeah, little temporary effects which last only a number of encounters rather than just permanently alter your abilities. Man, the tracking on some abilities on these enemies. I'm not so sure about some of these, Chief. Okay, what we got? Corks, lovely. I want to build a few of these. Let's do one of them, sure. And then, yeah, that works. Okay, so what if I throw one of these? Now it does lightning in a wide range of area. Okay. Much becomes clear. Ow. Well, my character's supposed to be persistent, not smart, so... never mind. I've earned some medallions. Haven't returned any ingredients because at this point I kind of need all of them. It'd be cool to meet that guy. I have no idea how to get to him at present. It really does feel like I'm going to need everything because a few shots and I am just down for the count. Balancing on this does seem to be quite brutal. My mum told me that mechanology gadgets use a dangerous substance that emits toxic particles in the air. If I were you, I would put that weapon of yours in the trash before it's too late. This is not a matter to take lightly. You could die! I do like the idea that little lore dumps and little ideas and things do pop up as a result of you talking to these characters. Just cause we joined the academy at the same time doesn't mean we are friends! Fine. I'll go share my ice cream with someone else. Reset the skill on all your skill trees. I don't want that right now, so I'm not bothering. 5. What can I do with 5? Gain a starting chest in the entrance to the tower. Post-boss room upgrade. Add to vending machines the post-boss room. That will actually be rather useful. Cork shop upgrade. Gain another item slot in the tower shop. That would be nice. It's a shame I have to buy it, rather than you just give it to me. Okay, let's have a look at the garden key, shall we? See what this does. After purchasing the garden key, you head over to the garden gate. Use the key, unlocking the garden and its secrets. A new area of the academy grounds is available. Oh, a new face in the garden. Hello, my name is Belladonna. It's good to finally meet you. This is where I spend most of my time. The garden is such a beautiful place. I love being surrounded by nature. I hope you enjoy it too. You have met a new student. Hooray! Yes, you waved, you adorable little git, you. Right, someone clearly lives here. Interact with garden. The Botany Club has been doing such a good job with the rasproot farm. I'm sure it has. Hey, Belladonna. Miss Aclea is a bit reckless. She's always so scary when she asks for a duel inside the tower. Yeah, I guess... I mean, our character is clearly enough of a doofus that they would be perfectly happy throwing themselves at someone that clearly can wipe the floor of them without any trouble. But, yeah, someone like Belladonna, yeah, a bit of a sensitive soul being forced into brutal combat doesn't sound great. Do we want to throw a medallion to the wishing well? You know what? Sure, let's see what this does. Who's on your mind as you flip the medallion into the well? I don't know. Newt? You feel a gentle breeze. Perhaps they were thinking about you as well. Cool. I have no idea what that has done. Hang on, does it do a backflip if I just jump high enough, or is it just off of certain surfaces? I have no idea how the backflip works. Where is Newt, actually? Oh, someone new. Oh, no, that's just Asta. Okay. Their little nervous shuffle sound, it always looks like they're like interacting with music only they can hear. Be sure to deliver your biology assignments on time. Miss Denver is scary. Okay. A bit more lore. More nonsense. Cool. Right. Crystal ball. I have a point to spend. Bigger magazine or fast... No, magazine makes more sense. Base weapon, more magazine. Yeah, let's do. Okay. Because I want to get up to here so I can have more reserve ammo and other bits and pieces, so that this is just a... You kind of need to throw yourself through the game for a bit and get just... For a while, if you want to make serious progress, you do have to just get good, because getting all the upgrades does look like it's going to take you a while. I think part of the problem... Okay, so one of the things might be that it's taking you a while to get not very many upgrades. But the other thing is... but a max character, I think you can probably get through in another... I don't know, 10, 20 runs? 50 runs, maybe? But I also don't like how there's certain elements of this which just don't quite gel or don't quite fit with other roguelike games, which I absolutely adore for their depth and complexity. Here, on the other hand, it's not quite the same. I mean, even something like... it's clear that it really likes Hades as a basis, which is not a bad place to nick from. If you're going to steal from the best. However, it's also a game that's wanting to mess around with stuff, and it's clear that it's inspired by a number of different things. Hellfire, is it Hellfire Reborn? I can't remember. Gunfire Reborn is a game where in a Borderlands style, your gun is the bit which is mainly randomized, and you have a few abilities here and there in order to synergize and make certain guns and equipment more effective. But you can only do so based on the pool of guns which you're able to have access to, and those guns, while having different base stats based on what gets randomly dropped in front of you, you also have a number of randomized stats in amongst all of that in order to make there be a greater amount of variance and more possibility space for you to potentially roll on. So that's really interesting and fascinating, and actually ends up making Gunfire Reborn a really a nice game to throw runs at and understand what exactly is going on. That's great. Here, on the other hand, the only thing which is being randomized at the start of... the only thing being randomized is starting equipment, which I'm not happy about. I don't like the idea of of only being allowed to pick one potion. Why can't I just pick whatever potion I want and then have that potion gain lots of different, interesting, unique abilities which are then able to modify themselves, right? Why can't that be the way that they modify? Otherwise, the way that this works is that there's only a handful of abilities which are capable of doing anything. Only a handful of abilities which modify your character's base potion stats and their abilities. And it's like, why? Why not? Because, I get it. It's hard to make balanced abilities that don't utterly break the mechanics and the pacing of the game. However, newsflash, you're a roguelike. Or a roguelite, as I think it's generally called, where it's a bit of a smattering of those sort of mechanics. Being broken is part of the charm. Being able to figure out how to make yourself go supernova is part of the fun. You need to be able to drive yourself into these weird builds that do strange, unknowable, unusual things, and being able to push yourself further and further into a particular build so you can go completely nuts with it. That's where the fun is. So being able to, like Balatro, where you have a particular strategy based around a particular card. A card hand or something like that, and depending on how consistent that is, you might be able to build loads of points just by spamming the same hand over and over again. Or being able to gain benefits out of having different combinations of gods that are god abilities which are able to mash together in order to create more effective and damaging effects that are then able to build upon themselves so that you can then become nigh on impossible to stop in Hades. Or Backpack Hero, you being able to pick up a certain number of items and having to choose an and ah between different abilities that based on whatever equipment you have, and having to make up your decision whether it makes sense to get rid of something in order to have a different weapon so that you can have this attack over this one, whether it's worth utilizing your utility space, whether it's going to play nicely with any of the other random crap you have sitting next to you, whether it's going to turn anything off, whether it's going to turn anything on, whether it's going to limit the amount of things you can do, whether it's going to kill you, whether it's going to curse you. There's lots of different lovely decisions going on in Backpack Hero that make it really interesting to mess around with. I don't know, even what's it called? Darkest Dungeon. Even that has elements of like, okay, well, your random band of doomed weirdos are going have so many different myriad abilities, and even if they go stir-fry crazy, do they get one of the temporary good buffs, or do they go nuts and now you have to throw them through the medieval equivalent of therapy? Like, there's a lot of give and draw, but you have choice over over how you handle things and what you do. Being forced to only keep one type of potion when you've only got 3 or 4 doesn't feel all that rewarding or interesting when there aren't enough potions to go around. It also feels weird to mess around with your starting equipment, because then you can't start a build, try and build upon a build in order to make that effective, and then have to work around what you want to do. Or you kind of can, because you at least keep 1 potion, but that's not very satisfying. Say if I really like the fire potion, because loading it in my gun is great. It's clearly the most powerful out of the lot. But I also need to be able to move, otherwise I'm not going, because I need that strategy in order to carry on, because the base kit of the abilities are clearly important. Because now I need to figure out how I'm going to move around. Now, yeah, each potion does clearly have like movement tech and other stuff which you can mess around with, but the air is clearly the best for moving around and shifting your weight and dodging attacks. So if I don't have that, well, what do? Just keep reloading my runs until I get what I want? Or can I not just have the potions I want, but then their progression, how they build, what you encourage me to build, what you encourage to give me, what you suggest is possible through different synergies and strategies? Wouldn't that be more? That's more engaging, and that's more of the fascinating element which I really enjoy in some of these games. How those interlocking bits work, and Brew is good. There's some lovely aspects to this, and I do like the kinetic, frenetic aspects of the movie, it feels really nice to get little hat rat around the area, jumping around using some of these abilities and such. Feels good. Yeah, the base equipment is acceptable, but you are greatly encouraged to use potions because it's just straight up better. Why wouldn't you? You know, you want to get through this you want to get through this dungeon alive. So yeah, you're going to throw on some fire, you're going to throw on some stuff. I like the idea of being able to take base elements. It feels very Ratchet and Clank almost. You take base building blocks, base resources, and you can funnel them into different stuff for temporary bonuses. That's an interesting idea. But I do feel like, certainly in the early game, you're not getting enough potions to make it worth it all the time. And because it's a roguelike, that number of potions is really punishing and quite irritating to get, necessitating you to go and throw yourself at the potion skill over here, and possibly even trying to make it as throw yourself at that as quickly as possible, just so that you can feel like you're playing the game half effectively. But also, you're encouraged. But also, gaining resources and things and such is kind of irritating and seems to limit what you're capable of doing. But then there's also just not enough interlocking and weaving elements to properly make that magic fully work yet. This is clearly an early build. This is clearly a game, and there's been a lot put into this. I think some aspects of the design could be tweaked in order to make it more interesting, more engaging, and have a lot more variance to it, especially right at the beginning where you need to get your players hooked and interested. Right now it's fine. It's enjoyable enough, and yeah, I might throw some extra time at this because it's very cute, it's very well presented, and what they've created here looks lovely. That's genuinely some love. There is some fantastic art on display here. It's very cutesy, it's very quaint, and it just looks adorable. And the gameplay itself is generally pretty good. I like the shooting, I like the elements, I like the ideas of utilising your potions in different ways. But as a roguelike, it feels a little bit held back. It does feel a little bit weak, which is a shame. But yes, anyway, I hope you have enjoyed my little look at this game. And, yeah, I seem to have a weakness for anything which has a little rodent running around. So I've also been eyeing up things like the Atelier games, because I just like artificers. I like artificers as a character archetype. I like alchemists as well. I like a character which utilises their mind to create a thing, and that's their ability. I know it's the sort of Iron Man fantasy, but I kind of like that idea, and it's because it's unusual. It feels a bit more unique and different compared to Ooga Booga, me hit, me big strong Conan sword man, or I'm a wizard, woo, or look at me, or rather don't, because I've just rolled 30,000 on my stealth roll, and now I stab you in the back. Right? I like that. I like this idea. I like the engineer from Team Fortress 2. I like aspects of this. So yeah, I'm kind of up for this. But yeah, no, hey, developers of Brew, if you ever see this, I am enthusiastic, and I hope that you will continue to mess with these designs and continue to do something with them, because I think there's something really lovely here. Anyway, I've been rambling. I'm Tyro the Fox. Good night. And I will try to make sure that I have some dinner ready next time.